started it.
Oh.
Surprise!
Hello.
We're recording. Hi, guys. And gals and everything in between.
What a wonderful day to be alive today.
It is, indeed.
It is really nice out.
It is. It's a very interesting time of year because October just started as we're recording this, and some days it's like 80 degrees and some days it's like 50, so you never know what to expect.
Honestly, that's Colorado weather for you.
Yep, but anyway, how are you guys doing? Good. Doing good? Okay, glad.
Well, I'm Jamie.
I'm Kiley.
And today we have spooky stories for you because it's the end of October and we're getting closer.
Yes, we are. I think this is episode 21.
Holy crap.
So you guys can drink now.
You guys can drink. I like that.
Congratulations.
I like that.
Because you weren't drinking before. Right?
I mean, like, honestly, some of these, I think you have to have a drink to get through. I do.
Jamie's birthday.
God,
Jamie's birthday special.
Good Lord. That was a mess.
We are drinking. It is 4:37 on a Sunday night.
It's football season.
It's football season. We got our wine. I got my corgi water bottle.
It's so cute.
Yeah.
I don't have one for Border Collie because none of them look like her.
That's fair.
Yours pretty much looks like her.
Yeah, I guess.
What?
She's smaller, but...
How have you been?
You know, not too bad. Well, last week was pretty rough. Just one of those weeks with kids where it felt like it went on for years.
Ugh.
And I've got a fun class this year, so that's been fun to deal with. But I survived.
Dude,
so
you're so lucky. I can't imagine. I would lose my patience.
Yeah, there were times where I was like, I'm quitting. I was like, no, don't do that. But yeah.
I think the worst is middle school. They are mean.
Yeah.
Middle schoolers are mean. I feel like I just want to cry when
Fifth graders are kind of like that too.
Well, yeah, because they're getting into middle school.
Yeah.
Depending on where you live.
I think after this year I might be like, I don't want to teach anything too young, but anything. I don't want to teach anything.
Did you guys do the 100-day count or count day?
We did count day, yeah.
Oh man, I love that.
Yeah.
In third grade, I remember, I think it was third grade or it was first grade. Why do I remember this? We had to do count day and you had to put like 100 things.
Oh, for the 100th day of school.
Yeah, and what I did was a snowman.
Oh, so you did 100 snowmen?
Yeah, or like 100 cotton balls to make a snowman.
Oh, well, that's fun. I never did anything like that. I think usually most schools now, they only do that for kindergarten. Because they're teaching them how to count to 100.
Oh.
And so I don't think like the older grades do anything anymore. So.
Calling my grades stupid.
Maybe.
Wow.
I'm just kidding. Yeah, but anyway. Doing good. Making it through.
Dude, I'm just tired.
Yeah.
You have to deal with children. I'm lucky I don't have to. I have to deal with children at work that are grown-ass people.
That act like children.
Some of them, honestly, but it is what it is.
Yeah. Making the best of it. It's fall now, and it's nice.
I just keep wanting to buy sweaters all the time.
I feel that.
I look at my closet, I have all these sweaters, and I'm like, I need more.
Yeah.
So I went to Goodwill today, and I bought more.
Love that.
I got a new coat, though. I got it for $50 at Sierra Trading. It was originally $95.
Oh, wow.
That store has some good deals. Like, granted, like, you're looking at a jacket that's like $129, and you're like, oh my god, that's steep. But it's like a North Face jacket that was originally like $300.
That's a pretty good deal.
Mm-hmm. I was really tempted, too, to bring out, like, my Scandinavian side of just getting this, like, it was $30. It was, like, a vest, but it was, like, one of those fur vests. Like, a long fur.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, my God. It was so cute. I might have to go back for it because...
Go get it.
It was, like, $30. I was like, I don't know. I'm already buying a jacket, but, like, the more that I think about it, I'm like, I want this. I kind of want to do it as like a Disney bound thing when we go to when my sister and I go to Disney World in October or January. we're going to Epcot the second day, and they have Norway there.
Oh, that'd be fun. Yeah,
so I'm like, I might die of heat stroke.
It'll be worth it.
But it would be super cute to do like a Scandinavian like bound thing or like style. I was like, oh, that'd be so great. Maybe I should just dye my hair platinum blonde for the trip.
And then go all out. Why not?
I don't want to dye my hair blonde.
Why not?
My first day though, I'm going as Alice.
Nice.
So, and I had this backpack that was like one of those slouch backpacks with like the flap fronts.
Yeah.
And it was super nice. And I think I got rid of it.
Oh no.
My mom got it for me, and I think I was just like in that phase of like, I don't want anything like that. Like, I'm never going to use it. But now I'm like, well, shit. So now I have to figure out something else because it was like a nice size backpack, and I went searching. I tore apart my closet yesterday looking for it.
Find it.
No, and then I pretty much ransacked my old closet at my parents' house for it, and I still could not find it. So I'm like, looks like I'm gonna have to get a new one.
It's fine. Everything's fine.
Guess what I'm thinking for my third outfit be?
What?
For Animal Kingdom.
What are you gonna do? Oh my god, I'm scared.
The dad from Tarzan. The old man.
The dad. What made you think of this?
Well, because I was thinking Explorer. I was talking to Erica, my sister, and she was like, oh, you could always do the dad from Tarzan, and I was like, oh my god, yes. I was like, yes, I freaking love him. And that's like
oh my god,
Disney's
please do.
best soundtrack.
Please do.
Oh, I'm going to. I just don't have the hat.
Oh man. Well, my sister and I talked about like shows that we're seeing on Broadway.
What are you seeing?
We finally made our minds. Well, she didn't know what any of the shows were.
Oh my god.
I gave her a rundown of all of them. We're gonna see Jagged Little Pill for sure.
Okay.
I just based off Alanis Morissette's album. And it's just like a story about like this family who like tries to not fall apart. It's really good. And then we're gonna see Chicago because we both love Chicago. It's a classic. We had to see a classic, you know.
Yeah.
And then Hadestown.
Ooh.
I'm so excited for Hadestown. And then maybe Six. Six is about King Henry's 6 wives. And they like they're basically competing in a talent show where they like not really a talent show but like they're like performing on stage and they're fighting over who's the lead singer.
Oh my god.
By who had the hardest life.
Oh my god.
And so they're like trying to brag like I got beheaded. It's iconic.
You should cover that entire just like
oh my god, I should, yeah. So I'm excited. For now we're going to at least 3 shows, but there's also a new show coming out in October or November when we're there.
Yeah.
And it's about like an LSD trip. It's a musical about like a real life LSD trip, and I'm like,
oh my god,
that'd be interesting.
You might actually go through one.
I'd be like, whoa.
Lots of colors.
So I'm so excited, guys. Like, I'm going to New York. Anyway.
New York.
In a month. Like, dude, it's coming up so
coming
fast.
Up.
I know. I've been wanting to go for years.
Yes,
so.
Tell me how it is.
Oh, I will. Yes.
Tell me about all the giant rats.
Oh my god, I can't wait.
Take lots of photos of them.
Of rats?
Yeah.
Okay.
That's our friendship.
And bagels.
Bagels.
Like, here's a bagel, here's a piece of pizza, here's a rat.
Freaking love bagels.
Mm-hmm.
I'm a big proponent for bagels.
Me too. I eat a bagel every morning.
I try not to. I get the little, the
little ones.
The thin ones.
Yeah.
But I can't find them at Walmart.
Really?
I know. I don't know what it is. But, you know, like the English muffins, they have like sourdough, like the regular ones, multi-wheat. They have an everything one.
No way.
It's so freaking good. Then you put the cream cheese smear on it.
Oh my god, I have to try that.
It's so good. Sorry.
I'm supposed to go grocery shopping this weekend. Oops, I forgot. It's fine. We have like no food left. We'll go tomorrow. He's watching football.
Ooh.
Yeah. We'll go tomorrow.
That Eagles game.
His team keeps losing. I know he's not going to listen to this, so I can make fun of it. All right. Well, anyway, guys. We have something exciting today. And next week, we're doing Legends.
Ooh, spooky Legends.
For Halloween.
Now, these are totally historically accurate.
Oh, absolutely.
I don't know.
100%.
Legends, like, they always say that, like, legends always start with some truth.
Yeah.
So, it's like, I don't know. This one that I'm covering, though, is probably the most terrifying I have ever heard.
It's not Mothman, because I think Mothman is
No.
the scariest thing. Okay.
No, I'm still, like, I think I listened to, like, on another podcast about Mothman, and I was still confused. I was like, what is this thing?
I'm terrified of him. Okay, anyways. Well, moths are, like, my biggest fear, so.
Oh, I freaking hate moths.
Put it as a man, well, I'm also scared of men, so. It's just a big mess.
Oh, God. You're not covering Mothman?
No, but now I'm like, I should have, huh? That's fine.
All right.
Next Halloween. Just kidding. What are you covering? I'm so excited. Let's hear it.
Today, I am covering
Nervous.
the Skinwalker.
Oh, God. No. Oh, no. Oh, man, I've heard of this one. This one's crazy.
Okay. Are you ready?
I got my wine.
I'm going to talk in monotone the entire time.
If they hear you, I don't know if they will.
Probably not, because I do talk really quiet when I go monotone. James is like, what? Like, sorry.
Oh, all right, guys, buckle up. It's going to be a fun one.
So, in the Navajo, also known as the Dene culture, the legend of the Skinwalker is one that is not talked most within the tribe.
Ooh. Mm-hmm. I feel like we're in the dark under a blanket with like a flashlight.
I know, it's super light out.
Okay, anyway.
This legend is very taboo within the Native American culture, especially on the West Coast.
Okay.
I don't really see it. I don't think there's anything on the East Coast.
Yeah.
It's mostly on the West. So, a little background. In the belief system of the Dene, they believe there are two classes of being. So you have the holy people and you have the earth people.
Gotcha.
The holy people are kind of like their gods that they look to for everything. Mm-hmm. Of like the good and bad that happens. Pretty much like what most religions have.
Okay.
But I don't think there is a religion. They have Native American people have a very close relationship with nature and the earth, which I really appreciate.
Oh, yeah, it's amazing.
Yes, and so then you have the earth people, who are mostly, you have Mother Nature, but you also have just like the people who take care of the planet and nature itself. So you have...
So one's like the spiritual side.
Yes.
Of like God's, the other's earth.
Yes.
Okay.
So the holy people so you have the holy people and the earth people. They are taught to live in harmony with Mother Earth, Father Sky, and all the other elements that are put into the earth. So you have like fire, air, kind of like all of the elements that we know.
Yeah.
Of. They work with harmony and with them to get like good luck, to keep everything prosperous, pretty much. So this is put to the test and divided when skinwalkers are involved. So this harmony is abrupted because of skinwalkers.
Shit.
Skinwalkers are a type of witch. So they are a evil witch who has the ability to turn into, possess, and disguise themselves as animals.
Oh my God.
Yeah, so you can run into them at any time.
And you won't know.
There are ways to know, though.
Oh, just kidding. You will. You might know.
You might know. So, and I keep saying so. What the fuck?
Relax. It's okay.
This witch is called what they call, I don't know if I can pronounce this right. They call it a Ye Naldalushi.
Naldalushi.
It translates to, with it, he goes on all fours. So it's pretty much a person turning into an animal. They go on all fours.
That's so fun. I love that.
Which is really like, I don't know if the Navajo have written their language down, because I know for the longest time their language wasn't a written language. Mm-hmm. It was mostly just verbal.
Yeah.
And that's what confused the Japanese during World War II, because they couldn't break the code, because they were like, I've never seen this before in my life.
Right.
So, Wind Talkers is a movie that's based on that. I don't recommend it because it's not that great. I think they could have done a better job. That's my opinion.
Won't watch it then.
So, Skinwalkers are to be one of the most dangerous in the culture. Out of any of like the legends and stuff, Skinwalkers are just like, any mention of them, you're like, oh shit, like this is bad. Like it's not good. It's not good news. We got to get out of here. So, In this in this belief system of the Dene, they believe our powers to be powers to use of good and powers used to be of evil. So you have the good and the bad.
Yeah.
So powers, a lot that we look in other cultures, if you even have like any powers, like any witch and stuff in like Christian culture, they take it as bad automatically.
I'm sorry.
Oh my God.
I couldn't hold it. Okay, sorry.
So
if they think that you're like a witch, it's automatically bad. They're like,
yeah, they don't think that you can be Glenda the Good Witch.
Right. There's 2 witches, guys.
Exactly. So in the Dene, they believe that there is powers to be used of good and powers to be used as evil.
Gotcha, yeah.
Skinwalkers are used to be evil. The good, though, are mostly, you have medicine men who use spiritual forces to help those in need. Mm-hmm. So when you look at the movie, for all the people to take it just lighthearted, Pocahontas, you had them using their spiritual powers to use it for good, to figure out who these people were, trying to just figure out how they can help, or just, they don't use it for evil purposes like the Skinwalkers do.
Okay.
So evil witchcraft is used to cause harm to others. Evil uses humans and various tools and concoctions to curse, kill, harm another being. So this is absolutely terrifying, because even one look at you and they're just like, I can do this, and they will use it to their benefit. So
again, terrifying.
Yes.
You guys scared yet?
A Skinwalker legend is also common in the Pueblo tribe, the Apache, the Hopi, the Ute, and others around the area. Ute, I think it's Ute, are going to come up later on, because they're pretty important into the Skinwalker legend as well, between the Navajo. But right now, I'm just looking strictly at Navajo Nation, the Dene people.
Gotcha.
So one of the witches, a lot of Skinwalkers, they don't start as Skinwalkers, because they're still technically human, not really, but they have the human body form. But a lot of them start off as healers.
Okay.
Imagine that, like, you're a medicine man trying to help people, and then all of a sudden you're like, I don't want to do this. I don't want to help people.
Oh my God, yeah, that's a drastic change.
Exactly. And especially for something like this. This is very dangerous, because you lose every part of yourself switching from a medicine man to a Skinwalker. So a lot of them were also spiritual guides, which is another thing. So they know how to, if you think about it, a spiritual guide or medicine man turning into a Skinwalker can know the ideal of just like understanding, like, what can I use against them?
Yeah.
So that's just very
yikes.
spooky. Skinwalkers can also be male or female, which I found shocking. I was like, I didn't know that females could be, because you never really hear that. But predominantly, most of the Skinwalkers are male.
Gotcha. But there are some women.
Yeah. It's just how it is. Now, becoming a Skinwalker, that's in my next tab, there is an initiation to become a Skinwalker.
So if you guys want to become one, listen.
Don't.
But don't.
It's really bad.
Don't become one.
This is not a lighthearted initiation. It is not as simple as just like freaking cutting your hand and dripping blood into like a bowl.
Lord, what is it?
It is to become a Skinwalker. The witch may, it's not necessarily that they're the witch yet, but they're in training. They must kill a close family member.
Oh my God.
Yes, they must take them to whatever hideout they're in, and they must kill them to complete the initiation. A lot of times what they would use, what is known from what I found in my research, is that it is the siblings. So guys,
Jesus,
watch out for your siblings.
Don't become one. Don't do it. Don't.
I don't even know if white people can.
Well, some people might be listening that aren't white. So I'm telling everyone.
I'm just saying, like, if a white person was like, oh, I want to become a Skinwalker, I'm like...
Oh, they would. If anyone's going to say that, it would be a white person.
Honestly. Good Lord.
Don't do it, guys.
When this cruel deed is completed, the now witch has the ability to shapeshift into any animal that they want. So they give up a life, like a human life, in order to become something else.
What would you choose?
I wouldn't want to murder my sister. But there's like certain animals that I'm gonna tell that you follow to shapeshift into. It's not just like, oh, I want to become a dinosaur.
So you have to have like their specific options.
Well, I don't know. It's a legend. Because if you think of it, a lot of the Skinwalkers, they're used to just the area. They don't know a lot of animals outside of that area.
Right.
So they take to what is in the natural area. Because if you find a freaking like dodo bird in the middle of Arizona, you're gonna question that and be like, why is this dodo bird here? Aren't you extinct?
Or like a polar bear.
Yeah. It's just like, why is there a polar bear? So then immediately you're having to be like, oh shit, that's a Skinwalker. We gotta get out of here.
I was gonna say dinosaur. Even though you were like, dinosaur. It's like, shit. I guess I can't be that.
Good Lord, Kylie.
Okay, keep going.
All right. A sign to notice that a Skinwalker is in your presence is that in their human form, they like to wear the skin of the animal that they are shaping into.
The fuck?
Like a pelt. You know, like fur. Like how mostly everybody else does.
Okay, I thought you meant like that was their skin now.
No. That's like their attire.
Okay, got it.
They wear, or they'll wear the skull of the animal on their head, like a headdress, pretty much.
Cute.
But this is really different compared to all of the other Navajo or Native people that you see that wear like pelts and stuff.
Right.
Is that regular like Native people? They don't wear predatory outfits. They wear like deer, cow, sheep.
That makes sense.
Non-predatory animals.
Yeah.
Which I'm like, that is a big sign. If you see someone walking around wearing like a coyote or bear skin like pelt, you better run the other way. Especially if they're wearing a freaking deer skull on their head.
Oof.
Yeah. I was looking at some of the pictures and oh my god, they're absolutely terrifying.
That's what I was gonna look up some pictures later.
It is very creepy. I don't like it. Now, deciding on which animal that they choose it between the abilities that they want. So this can be a coyote for like speed, agility. They could do a bear for big, tough, kind of just. There's also wolves that they take to just for pretty much aggression, kind of just being intimidating. That predator, pretty much. Any of the big predators in that area. Puppy. It's the first time Layla and Harley have seen each other in like a month, I think.
They're so happy.
Oh yeah, they are crazy. I feel bad for James out there. So. Now, the transformation phase for it. Skinwalkers can take another human form if they look to their victims in the eye.
Oh.
Yeah. Skinwalkers are absolutely terrifying in that sense because if I am a Skinwalker and I walk up to you and I just look at you in the eye, I can then shape myself to look like you.
So it's not the person they killed, it's just anyone? Or is it just the person they killed?
A lot of times they have an easier chance of becoming that person once they kill them.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Yeah. But
otherwise someone would be like, why are you staring at me?
Yeah. I think there was an episode or two on Supernatural that they did of Skinwalkers.
Really?
Yeah. Or they called them shapeshifters, but I feel like that's very similar to the Skinwalker legend too. I think they did one on a Skinwalker, but I would have to look. That's 15 years of looking.
That's why I didn't watch the show.
It's going to take me a while.
Too many seasons. I was like, nah. That's a lot of work.
Oh my god, they aged like fine wine.
I watched the first season and then I got stressed.
Oh, they're so good.
It's like, there's too many.
They're so good.
If I would have started watching it like 6 years ago, that'd be different. But
I still haven't watched the last season because I have an issue with ending things like that. I still haven't watched the last episode of Friends.
I feel like you just need to.
I know. It's just like, it's so hard because then it's over and then I'm like, what do I do with my life?
But don't you want closure?
No.
Okay.
Just, I don't want to know.
That's so weird.
I know. I have issues. I don't know what that means. Can a shrink tell me?
You're just, like, connected to things. You don't want to let him go.
Yeah, that's a problem. Yikes.
Anyway, that's a different story. We'll talk about that in therapy later. Just kidding.
Now, with their transformation, you can also tell what animal or what human is a shapeshifter on their eyes.
Oh.
Now, in animal form, so if you walked up to a wolf,
yeah,
and they had more human-like eyes, you better run the other way. That's a skinwalker.
Oh, shit.
Now, if they're in human form, and if they have more, like, animal-like eyes, they're also a skinwalker. Like, they like to disguise themselves. They can deceive you, too, by looking just like you. Like an average person, but their eyes give it away.
I feel like I wouldn't be able to tell the difference.
Some animals you can tell a difference, but some of them are a little bit harder, I have to admit. But I think there's just like a natural weirdness. I think darker the eyes, the more normal they can look. But I think with like lighter eyes, it's really hard
like
to tell.
The yellow glow, like something like that.
Yeah, so they also have, what you can tell from like, even though their eyes are more like animalistic, they will always have red eyes.
Oh.
Yes.
Okay.
So that's an easy way to tell them, like, if they have red eyes, it's just like, is this a vampire? Is this a werewolf? Like, what is this? No, I'm going to run the otter way.
Yeah, I'm just going to leave you alone.
Even if someone's wearing contacts.
No.
Run away.
No, I don't trust anyone who wears red contacts either.
Terrifying. I've seen it once and I was honestly taken back. I was like, oh shit.
Yeah, no. Don't do that.
I mean, if you want to wear red eye contacts, I'm like...
Don't. Do it. Don't. I'm just kidding. If you want to, go for it. I really don't care.
I don't know. It's startling.
Just don't, like, do it at, like, a Halloween party, maybe. But not just, like, walking out in the woods. You know what I mean?
Oh, yeah. People are creepy in the woods.
There's a time and place.
There's a time and place. Don't do it in the woods because you're going to scare the shit out of me.
Same. I'm going to be on edge after this story.
Oh, God. Now, since I kind of shared that they can be like coyotes, wolves, bears, they also have wolves and owls do their bidding.
Oh.
So pretty much they can control them and pretty much tell them to like attack this or go check on this and let me know how it is. Like what?
Oh, wow.
Yeah, they do their bidding to get pretty much like close up. It's kind of like how some witches have like their familiars.
Yeah.
It's kind of in a way like that, but
yeah,
it's still creepy. In the life of a skinwalker now, they're gathering to be in really dark caves or secluded places. Now this is like kind of, I think caves are probably the most common one because then they can do like their rituals, ceremonies, and whatnot. Many of these places are to initiate new members. We have perform black magic and perform ceremonial rituals. This is not something that you want to be a part of or stumble upon to because it can, like that juju can really like rub off and just be like, get onto you.
Oh, yeah.
You don't want to find that. So do not, if you're in freaking any reservation or even near any of like on the west, like in Arizona, Nevada, Utah, don't go in caves. Don't do it.
But they're fun. Just kidding.
Yikes. Yikes. During the gathering, skinwalkers will either transform, so they're pretty much like either transform into whatever animal that they want, or they will just like walk around naked. They don't care.
Okay.
That is just their pretty much just.
Love that.
We'll do our thing.
Yeah.
Do their undoing into the evil world of whatever. Now, it also said that they commit cannibalism, incest, grave robberies, murder.
It's a lot of things.
Yes, so that's why you kind of want to just, like, not be around them. It's very dangerous. Now, the abilities of black magic is to cause illness, death, and destroying properties. So they will use this to their advantage to, you stumble upon them, and you do one bad thing, they They have caught, like, your scent. They have caught who you are, and they can do that bidding from there.
Oof.
Yeah, so they can cause any bad things to be. They have been blamed to causing struggles such as drought, poor crops, sudden death, sickness, anything bad that can really happen. I don't blame them like the Navajo people blaming the Skinwalkers. Like, I think the same thing. Because they have that ability to do so. That's why they turned into Skinwalkers, so they could do that onto someone.
Right.
So, it's kind of like, the Skinwalker is almost in a sense of, like, Christianity's witches, but honestly, I think they're a little bit more cruel.
Oh, yeah, they sound a lot more cruel than a witch.
Yeah, you do not want to encounter these people. They are very terrifying. There are signs to know when they are among you in your, like, around your home.
Oh, Lord. Okay.
So, the first thing that they'll do is tap at your window.
Oh, my God. Shut up.
And
I heard that last night. No, I'm just kidding.
They'll just tap at your window. And then if you don't answer, the next that they'll do is bang on your walls.
Oh my God, that's so loud.
Mm-hmm. and if you don't respond then, they'll scratch at your roof.
I feel like they should have started with the roof and then gone down. But okay.
Now, if you still don't answer, they'll just peer through the window and just stare and watch you.
Fuck that.
And it's also said in a story of the Skinwalker that these people caught sight of one. It was back in the 1980s. They were in their car and a Skinwalker passed in front of them, and they slammed on their brakes. It looked into their eyes, and they went on their way. They kind of maneuvered around it, went back home, and 2 days later, they heard chanting and drums playing outside of their home. And they looked outside to see 3 dark figures watching them through their window.
Oh my God. Jesus.
Do not answer a Skinwalker.
So what do you do when they're looking at you?
Don't look. Ignore them. That's why you see a lot of windows boarded up.
Because once you make eye contact with them.
Mm-hmm.
Oof.
They have you tied in. So, boarding up your windows is a smart thing to do. That's what a lot of them do.
I'll be doing that tonight.
Mm-hmm. Now, to also encountering a Skinwalker when they're in the area, their paws or feet are much larger, or they have a more animalistic tracking. So, if you see any of that, turn the other way.
Fair.
You do not want to be a part of that. Now, here's the reasoning part. We got through encountering. Now, a Skinwalker does its work, most of its killing, out of greed to obtain items for black magic. They use anger, envy, spite, and revenge for any wrongdoing they believe was brought onto them.
Gotcha.
So if you run into a Skinwalker at any point and you're just like, oh my God, your pelt is so fugly, you better beware. Because they will use their black magic onto you, so they will kill you, give you illness or bad fortune.
Oh, fun.
So your life is ruined.
Okay, cool.
Yay. Now, rock graving is also very common for them to use because it's done for their magic purposes. They don't care who they take from, because the grave robbing is like, they'll use like family emblems or like whatever grave goods that they put in there.
Yeah.
And they will also use body parts.
Oof.
Because that's what part of black magic is that you use part of the body to use again, to do your bidding or undoing onto like the bad. Now there is also, they continue to live immortal. Mm-hmm. Now that is terrifying because they can live forever, but The catch to that, though, is that their immortality does not last if they do not kill. So they have to do, like, murder and perform rituals, ceremonies, and stuff to killing people to obtain that immortality.
Gotcha.
Yeah. Not good.
Interesting.
Now, I'm going to give you a little history lesson now on Skinwalkers.
Yay.
We got through the legend. Now it's time for history.
Woohoo.
Now, the Skinwalkers' presence in history is often mentioned during the Navajo witch purge of 1878.
Yeah.
I did not know what this was. When I was doing my research, I was like, the fuck is this? I was like, another witch hunt? We just talked about witches last week, too.
Yeah.
Yay.
So fun.
Now, between never-ending wars with the U.S., the Army, it all came to a head when the Navajo Dene tribe, had to walk from their homeland in Arizona, kind of like Nevada, like in that area.
Yeah.
All the way to New Mexico. Kind of like how the Trail of Tears was. They had to go this huge long distance, and they called it the Long Walk of the Navajo. And this was in 1864, so a year before the Civil War ended. Imagine this going on when there's another war going on.
Oh, yeah.
Because pretty much why this happened was that Abraham Lincoln, they wanted to, or it was mostly Kit Carson, wanted more of like the land. And they're like, okay, these tribes are just taking up too much space. We got to move them. So they decided, let's push them down to New Mexico to Fort Sumner. Let's do that. And so they did. Now, this was obviously very cruel, very brutal. Because you're making them walk. They're probably getting sick. And their feet are probably just absolutely just destroyed by all the dirt and whatnot. And of course, you probably have all of the military just forcing them to keep walking. That this was a bad 4 years, pretty much, for them to walk down there. Land, crops, and lives were lost. And it wasn't until 4 years that the tribe was okay to go back to their homeland. So pretty much they walked all the way down to New Mexico, being like, oh, we took your land, like, this is what you have to do. Yeah. To 4 years later being like, okay, you can go back. So now they have to walk all the way back.
Oh my God.
But that's what they did. They still did that. They're like, okay, we're going to go back to our land. And that's when they established the new reservation for the Navajo people. And I was like, they probably... Jeez. And they always give them the shittiest parts of land, too. And I'm like, how dare you?
So messed up.
It's like they can't make their crops.
I know. Let them live their life.
Now they make casinos, and I am so happy that they do, because then you can freaking rob white people of their money.
Hell yeah.
That's what you do. We're both very white, too. It's just how it is.
It'd be like that.
It'd be like that sometimes. Now, because this was such a brutal time, and just they didn't want to live like this. Yeah. A lot of the Navajo people would turn to becoming skinwalkers to have that ability to shapeshift and to leave. Gotcha. Because they didn't want to force themselves to walk all the way down there and potentially be killed by these white men, or to be killed during the walk because of starvation.
That makes sense.
They wanted out, and this was their only way. Okay. Which is really brutal, because you're giving up pretty much your humanity, your soul, to become this witch. Yeah. Like this evil...
Giving up a lot.
Person, yes. But it was better than dying from these people that were taking your land. Right. Which I can... Makes sense. See that. Yeah. I can see that. Right. Now, returning back, life returned, but new created skinwalkers still remained. Mm-hmm. So they still were about the land, still walking around, causing havoc, doing their evil black magic and dark caves. They were finding this as a problem, because the more skinwalkers there are, the more that they can grow in size and to completely just wipe out their entire... Like, they feared that it was going to wipe out their tribe. because they could easily put like a curse on you, or they could cause sickness, illness, death. Illness and sickness are the same thing, but they could still do all of that.
Right.
And they feared that, which I get that. I can see that, yeah. So what they ended up doing, the Navajo people, was that they were like, we got to hunt these skinwalkers down. And this became a huge turning point when they found witch artifacts in the Treaty of 1868 for them to go back. Mm-hmm. So finding these witch artifacts are like, oh shit, they're going to try and make this like a bigger problem. We need to fix this. We got to hunt these skinwalkers down. Like, we got to do something about this. And so this started pretty much like how Salem did, was with accusations.
Yeah.
Because you're trying to clear everything of these skinwalkers or this evilness that is a part of your society, because at this point they were walking around like normal people too.
Right.
They were just blending in at this point, and it was terrifying. You didn't know
who was one and who wasn't.
So that's where the accusations started, and at this point it got really bad. Now, in 1878, to restore harmony and balance to the Navajo tribe, there were 40 accused, and they killed 40 Navajo members.
Oh, wow.
To rid of these skinwalkers.
My God.
So, that a little bit of history. Now, the second one is a very common story that I think everybody is expecting to hear because it is so popular, and that is the Sherman Skinwalker Ranch.
Yeah.
Which is in Utah. I started watching a documentary on it, but it was like one of those like really like passionate ones, and they were talking mostly about the UFOs, and I was like, in this case, I'm not talking about UFOs.
Right,
I don't want to know about UFOs.
We're not going
I want to talk about skinwalkers, but then I ended up watching a Christmas movie.
Oh, okay, that's an interesting switch.
I hate myself for it. Now, I did quite a bit of research on it. I just wanted to know, like, I wanted to see, like, photographs of the actual ranch itself.
Right.
It pretty much was expecting what I thought it would be.
Yeah.
Now, this is the Skinwalker Ranch, Sherman Skinwalker, I put in quotations, ranch, is a 40-acre ranch located in the Uinta Basin in the northeast. Mm. It is known it's known for its cattle mutilations, aliens, UFOs, and skinwalkers.
Yeah.
These are all sightings. There's a bunch of... If you really want to know about, like the Skinwalker Ranch, I recommend, like, watching any documentary or doing your own research, because they heavily, like... I'm talking about this ranch because it's called the Skinwalker Ranch, and there is, like, a reason to why I'm talking about it, but it's mostly known for its UFO, like, crop circles and stuff like that. Those sightings that people are obsessed with.
Right.
I don't really care much for aliens, so I probably won't cover any.
Yeah, no.
If you want to, that's... I don't know.
Maybe one day, but...
Probably
whatever.
Roswell.
Yeah.
I don't know.
I don't care much either, but...
Very interesting.
Some people do, so maybe we'll cover it for you guys.
Now, this ranch is also 3.5 miles from Fort Duchesne and the Ute Reservation. This becomes, as I talked about, the Ute tribe, is that they also had encounters with skinwalkers, and this is the reason why. Now, the Uinta Valley Reservation was created in 1882 and merged with the Ouray Reservation in 1886. So 150 years the Ute have lived on this reservation that's located in Utah. And that's pretty impressive. 150 years. Damn.
That is impressive. Wow.
But do you believe that the ranch is on the path of the Skinwalker, which is like in the area, like it's not like in the reservation itself, but it's like along the path of it? Mm-hmm. Because they believe that it was the Navajo who cursed them to the Skinwalkers to might kind of like push Skinwalkers up into that area. This was because during that, you know how I was talking about that witch purge and that walk of the Navajo?
Yeah.
The Ute paired with Kit Carson in the U.S. military to help them push the Navajo out of their homeland down to New Mexico. They're like, hey, I don't like you. I don't respect you. I don't respect your family. But I'll help you push these people out.
Yeah.
You leave us alone, we'll help you. And so the Navajo were like, oh shit, what? No. We're doing something. This is the belief of it. I don't know if it's anything correct. It's from the information that I was finding. I honestly want to know more about it from the person on hand who knows these. But the Skinwalker is such a touchy subject that it's not something
people will like go and talk about.
That Native Americans will not talk about.
Yeah.
Unless they're just like, I don't give two fucks about this.
Right.
But other than that, like, yeah, a lot of them will not talk about it, which I completely respect because that's your beliefs.
Yeah, totally get it.
So that's pretty much the Navajo were like, oh, hell no. We're plaguing Skinwalkers on your land. Good luck.
Oh, my God.
Mm-hmm. Now, they don't believe the Skinwalkers are living on the ranch, but hide out on, like, in a canyon. They call it the Dark Canyon. There's also, I believe, I think Zach Bagans and his group from Ghost Adventures went to the Skinwalker Canyon, which I think was in that area, because I believe they ended up going to Skinwalker Ranch.
Oh, wow, really?
For an episode.
I need to watch that one.
Yeah, no, all of the freaking new episodes are on Discovery Plus.
I know, I'm like, I haven't paid for that shit.
I think it's like $5.
Even though I love that show, I'm not paying for that.
I do. It's so cringy, but I love it.
I need to watch Mean Girls tonight because it's October 3rd. Sorry, I just remembered. It's Mean Girls Day.
It's Mean Girls Day.
Anyway, that has nothing to do with what we're talking about.
But that's pretty much what's like covering the Skinwalker Ranch is that pretty much from the youth's perspective, the Navajo cursed them.
Yeah.
And put Skinwalkers onto their land, and there's really nothing that they can do about it. Except there are ways on how to kill a Skinwalker. Now, if you do come into presence of one and you get cursed or you get pretty much like an illness from them, like any of their black magic is put onto you, there are ways on how to survive this or on how to get rid of any presence of them into your
Okay.
whatever. Now, it is a lot of the time, it's very unsuccessful that you come out alive or even in good health when you come face to face with the Skinwalker.
Yeah. The odds are small.
The odds are very small, but there are possibilities to a successful survival. Now, if you miss, this witch will come back to seek revenge. If you do end up trying to, like, save yourself or get them away, they will come back for revenge, so you gotta be prepared for everything. Mm-hmm. That's just how it is. That's pretty much how everything is. Like, if you freaking, like, pull someone's hair, they're coming back for you.
Exactly, yeah.
They're coming back for revenge.
That's how it goes.
Oh, yeah. Now, with the, kind of like the helping of pretty much getting the presence of a Skinwalker off you, you can go to a shaman that is for ceremonies and rituals against evil. So pretty much doing like a sage or whatever they use to put like around you kind of bless you into getting that negative presence off of you. That is the first way on how to get any of their negative energy or mojo without having to kill them yourself.
Yeah.
Now what I call the independent method of getting rid of a Skinwalker is with a bullet or a knife.
Oh.
These two things alone are not enough. What you have to do is that you have to dip either the bullet or the knife into white ash.
Oh, okay.
Mm-hmm. And it's better to do with a bullet than with a knife because with the knife you have to get up close. With a bullet you can do it from a distance.
Oh, yeah.
To kill the Skinwalker, though, you have to either shoot them in the neck, stab them in the neck, or stab them in the head. It's kind of like a zombie.
Yeah.
You cannot, anywhere else,
That's
it's just going to like kind of, it's going to hurt them, but it's not going to do much, and they can just use their evil magic to like heal themselves.
Right.
But like in the head and the neck, there's really nothing that you can do. Those are like some of the most vulnerable places, is your neck and your head.
Right.
So you better have good aim, or you're really strong to do enough to get them.
Or you're screwed.
Or you're screwed. To kind of put a conclusion to the Skinwalker, it is believed one becoming a Skinwalker, they have given up their humanity.
Yeah.
Any part of you is just of who you were is gone.
Right.
A skinwalker is no longer human. They are something else. They are terrifying. And they can be at your window at any time, ready to tap, bang, scratch, or peer through your window. Do not look into the eyes of a skinwalker, as they will haunt you and potentially use their black magic onto you. I'm saying this as I look Kylie in the eye.
I'm like, stop making eye contact while she's wearing a wolf shirt.
I am. That's why I wore my wolf shirt. I got like one of those like 90s wolf shirts that has like 5 of them on there.
It's iconic.
It is. I love this shirt. It wasn't even mine. It was my dad's.
I love it.
So yes, beware of the skinwalker.
Stop looking at me.
And that is my legend.
Oh man, that's crazy.
I know. I didn't think there was this much to a skinwalker. I just remember I wanted to cover this one so specifically because I had a friend in middle school who was Navajo.
Yeah.
And she told me this story about them, and I was like, ew. I was like, no, I don't like that. And she's like, yeah, I totally like witnessed one. Like I heard like it tapping at my window, because she used to live on the reservation when she lived in Arizona. And I was like, that one I can feel like to be like terrifying. Like I can't imagine, because like tapping at your window, and I think it's very common that you see like a lot of just like the windows in those like houses are mostly boarded up.
Yeah.
Because you can't look into them then.
That makes sense now.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Wow.
What did you learn today?
Don't look anyone in the eyes ever.
As they stare at you the entire time.
Never make eye contact. Ignore what everybody's told you your whole life. Don't look at anybody.
It is I love this one. It's
What'd
really
you learn?
good. I learned to board up my windows.
That's fair.
Mm-hmm. And to, if you see any animal with red eyes, just don't.
Just don't see them.
Just don't. Just like kind of be like, how do you do? And then walk away.
How do you do? Hello, bye.
Pretty much. But
Oh my God.
do not go out alone at night. That's what a lot of them don't do.
No, yeah,
Or
don't do that.
what they do is that they don't go at night, and especially alone, because that is very dangerous. And if you're in the middle of the or like in the middle of the desert, what the fuck are you doing out night?
Go home.
Go
Sleep.
home.
Anyway.
That was like, I also had my it was literally probably a few months later too, after I heard that story, that we were driving to South Dakota, and you go through like the reservation that's up there.
Yeah.
Fucking on the way there, it was super dark at night, or super like early in the morning, and there was a fucking coyote on the side of the road, and I was like, Dad, you gotta go. I was like, you gotta leave.
Don't look at it. Oh my God.
Yeah, I was absolutely terrified. I was like in 7th grade too, so I believed everything. Yeah, super spooky.
If you guys are telling your friends a scary story, you can tell them this one.
This one is really good because they will eat you.
Don't make eye contact.
Don't make eye contact.
I trust All right.
Oh, God. Kylie, where can you find us?
You can find us on Instagram and Facebook at Historia the Podcast, or you can find us on Twitter at Historia the Pod 1, or you can send us an email at historiathepodcast@gmail.com. Hit us up with your requests, your stories. If you've witnessed a skin crawler, tell us immediately.
What?
What?
What'd you call it?
A skin crawler.
It's a skinwalker.
I mean, sorry, Skinwalkers. They're not crawling, they're walking.
I mean,
sorry.
they can, I guess. That's more terrifying is they're crawling.
That's true.
Like a bear crawl.
Skinwalker. Okay. If you've ever witnessed one, tell us. Also, tell us what you're going to be for Halloween if you are celebrating.
Tell your friends about us, too.
Yeah.
That'd be nice to help us out.
You could share us. Mm-hmm. Share us.
You can share us.
You can. Share the link.
Share the love.
Send it.
Oh, God. But thank you for joining us. We really appreciate it. I hope I didn't scare you too much with my banging.
I'm curious to see how that's going to sound.
Honestly, I will probably listen to it at work, and then it's just, I'm going to hear the banging and just jump.
Rest in peace, headphone users.
Honestly, sorry.
You're gonna be like,
viewer discretion advised after
you've already listened.
All right. Have a good rest of your week. Enjoy the spooky season.
Yes, go to a haunted house, go to a corn maze. Tell your friend this story or send them the link and they can listen. Ooh.
Join us next week for another fun one.
Yes, we have another legend coming your way. So
Yay.
stay tuned.
Oh.
Yeah.
Bye.
Bye.